The Hollywood Hunter is back in New Brunswick, Canada this week to find himself a giant black bear. Watch the arrows fly from Canada to Africa as Frikkie then heads out for another Frikkie safari. It's big game time on The Hollywood Hunter.
So here we are, Dyer and Sons Outfitters. I've been here 2 years ago. We killed a good bear.
So I love hunting no matter where in the world it takes me.
Yeah.
There's certain places I go because they're extra special.
We're in New Brunswick with our buddy Danny Dyer and Chris Dyer. He'll be guiding us. We're gonna have a great time today.
This will be my third time with Dyer and Sons Outfitting. Danny Dyer and Chris Dyer, the son, run this outfit up in New Brunswick, Canada, and I'll tell you, it's a ton of fun. We're seeing lots of bears, and then we're also partnering up with my buddies from Keystone Sporting Arms, one of the most unique, fun brands, gun companies out of Milton, Pennsylvania. The Cricket and Chipmunk guns up through small calibers. Awesome stuff. So we're gonna combine forces, have a good time, and should be a great week. Their lodge is very comfortable. You meet a lot of really fun guys and friends from the East Coast. A lot of the guys drive in from New Jersey, New York, or surrounding states to go up there and hunt bears because there's a lot of bears. And these guys have access to tons of ground. I don't know how many hundreds of miles, but it's a lot of ground. They know what they're doing. They've done it for many generations. So black bears are fair weather animals. If it's sunny and if it's a day that we'd like to go on a stroll and walk around and it's warm, they're gonna be doing the same. So this week, we're hopeful that there's gonna be good weather, but it looks like we might get a break of bad. Every time I travel, I wanna shoot my bow one last time to make sure that it wasn't bumped in the process of travel. So we go out, shoot a little bit, feel confident, and at the end of the day, we're saying, let's go do this.
Dead bear.
My experience with bear hunting is as long as you can keep the wind in your favor, you can probably get up on them. Now, they are keen to movement. They had seen and shown me many pictures of bears there.
That bear's right at the top of the barrel. You can just see the top of the barrel right behind him.
And one specifically that we would love to take home.
Jeez, you're kidding.
304.
Today?
I told you they can come at any time.
That's a big monster. Look at his head. Look how big his head is.
Mm-hmm. So this guy's close by.
So the night before the hunt, all the guys gathered around the pool table and Danny proceeded to explain the process of what to look out for in bear hunting like this.
When it gets dark, don't talk to your guide. Don't try to talk to your guide. The most critical time of educating your bear is when it gets dark. Human voices, we bait these baits alone all the time and we're not talking around these baits. They're used to the vehicle noise, the tailgates, the trucks, whatever, the bikes, but they're not used to human voice. The first thing you do with gun or bow is top to bottom, split that bear in half. That's the height of your shot.
We hunt them out of baiting them, which you can do legally in New Brunswick. And that being said, they use the barrel as a gauge to how big they are. If the bear is at the top of the barrel, that means it's a really big bear. And if it's at the second rung, it's marginal, but it's a shooter.
Any black bear that walks out and his back is at the top of the barrel or a couple inches below, he's a trophy black bear.
He was teaching us kind of the ropes, and we had a good conversation, and everyone was gung-ho to get the hunt started.
But the thing of it is, all I ask is don't rush that shot. You are not hunting an elk or a whitetail like, there he is, whack. You know, you are hunting an animal that's coming to a point, coming to a spot. Wait for that shot. Take the best shot. Don't rush your shot. Okay, guys and girls, let's go get some bears and bring them in. All right. Yeah!
Man, I'm really proud of Danny. He's quite the professional. Giving these guys some great pointers and great tips to have a successful hunt, that's what it's all about.
We go out to the bait station, and Chris is with me, who's one of the owners, and the son, and they start pulling things out of their truck that I was like, I would like to have some of that. I mean, they had marshmallows, they had gummy candies, which I'm kind of in love with. They had brownies. My stomach was turning hungry as I'm watching them fill up this bait bucket. We've heard that there's a really good bear in the area, and I guess time will tell if he shows up.
Armscore ammo. Right on target, right on the price. Scent crusher. Scent off. Game on. Raptor Razor takes field dressing to a whole new level. Visit RaptorRazor.com. Excalibur Crossbows, the most accurate hunting crossbow. ExcaliburCrossbow.com. Keystone Sporting Arms, home of the Cricket, Chipmunk, and the new 722.
Tree Stand Buddy, the quick attach slide mount system for hang-on tree stands.
Ripcord's new Ace Standard with the Firefall design. See the Ace difference. Hollywood Hunter is also brought to you by these fine sponsors. Freddie is just getting started in New Brunswick, and the wait for a giant black bear is underway. Patience and silence now for the Hollywood Hunter. The bears are on their way.
So here we are in the blind with a great scent here in New Brunswick. You can bait bears. It's so dense forest here, and unless you're baiting them, you really don't have an opportunity. And the fact that we're doing it with a bow makes it even more difficult. I'm shooting the FAP arrows by Victory. I'll tell you, the fastest shooting arrows and kinetic energy I've ever had. I'm putting the F knock in there from Luminoc, and we have to shave it down in order to make it fit where it's snug, but it's not too snug. Got the Trio sight by Trophy Ridge. Absolutely the best sight ever. This bear doesn't have a chance.
Not too long after, we see two bears come in. They were both young bears. One was a black bear cub, and the other one was more brown in phase. And it was fun watching them just have a good time munching on all the snacks. But we were very hopeful because we knew there was a big bear in the area, and if we just waited out, there's going to be a big box head coming out there, hopefully to give us a shot. Right before dark, here comes the big black bear that they had told me about, and he comes in and he's facing us. This was going to be the biggest bear I've ever killed as a black bear, and I was excited. I was all wound up. Game face on and strategy on how to get him broadside and get a shot, get an arrow in him. He's behind the barrel, and he will not show himself, and then he decides he's going to come in and face us. Now, it's not an ideal situation or shot for a bow. These bears are tough. You got to hit them right on the money, so it's chest shot or bust. We had to wait for the perfect opportunity, especially these big bears. We're ready to go, getting ready to draw it. I thought we were going to put it together, but the bear just didn't cooperate. And because he come in the first night, I said, hey, it's not perfect. Let's not take the shot. Let's wait in hopes that he comes back and we can nail him. Had a great encounter, saw an awesome bear. You can't rush those opportunities, or you're going to screw up a shot, you're going to wound a bear. I'd rather let that bear walk away and hope that we can get him another day than to screw it up and never see him again. Another thing I love about these bear hunts is you can sleep in the morning. You go out late morning, early afternoon, you sit and wait it out for several hours. So the next morning we get up, we're excited, we know that bear's there. Had the bear of a lifetime in on us yesterday. The 21 yards, but never gave us an angle. We got the Luminox ready to rock. Let's kill him tonight. Now I'm shooting the Victory VAP arrows. They're a little bit smaller in diameter. That'll work. The most incredible shooting arrow I've ever had, but it takes a whole different knock. The Luminox, I knew we needed it to know our shot placement exactly. These bears are coming in low light. It was going to be a benefit. We're going to whack and stack them. I feel very confident about today. So this time, right as we're heading to the blind, I say, Chris, give us a little good luck. Put some Hollywood Hunter love on that barrel, and let's see if he'll come in and give us a shot. Second day. I'm so excited. We're going to be very patient. We're going to do everything we know to do. This evening, it was pretty amazing. Bears were coming from every direction. One would come in and feed, and he'd run off, and one would come from the other direction and feed, and that would run off, back and forth. We knew there was a dominant bear in the area. Every time a smaller bear would look up and bolt, we knew that that big bear was somewhere in the vicinity, and he wouldn't show his face. Setting up for that evening hunt, Daniel put a GoPro out on the barrel, which we could all see, in hopes to collect some better footage of that bear really close. It didn't seem to affect the little bears, but it may have with the big guy. The big guy shows up. He shows his face, but he's looking at the GoPro and he's not committing and he's acting nervous. He just kind of leaves and comes back. And I'm thinking, man, I think it's really screwing him up. In and out, in and out. He never showed his body until it was too dark to shoot. It was great to have that encounter. It was an exceptional bear. I'm encouraged. That's hunting. You don't always get the shot you want. You just keep pushing until hopefully it happens. With the bear coming in 2 days in a row, you're hopeful that he'll be back one last time and he'll make a mistake.
A missed opportunity, but the hunt is not over. While Freddie's waiting for that giant black bear to come back, he's gonna let a few bullets fly with the guys from Keystone Sporting Arms before it's back to bear business.
Here we are, my friends. We're in Canada. This hunt was extra special because I had a chance to hang out with Steve and his son Matthew, who are part of the Keystone Sporting Arms family. That brand is legendary in the industry. My first 22 was the Cricket and the Chipmunk, and I think a lot of up-and-comers and kids that get into the shooting sports start there.
I love the fact that you can grow with Keystone Sporting Arms. You can grow with the Cricket rifle, which they've just sold, 750,000 units over the years.
I've been shooting one since I've been 6,
They've evolved and grown into just such an incredible brand.
We love shooting 22, 17s, anything small caliber related.
We were shooting a 722, more of an adult rifle, 22 caliber, and we said during the day before we go out on the hunt, let's do some shooting and let's see who can get the bragging rights on it. Got some targets, grabbed some stuff out of the dumpster, and proceeded to just humble these boys.
That seemed to work.
Daniel even jumped in at the end and, okay, Daniel. He realized why he needed to stay behind the camera.
Shoots like a dream if the shooter knows how to shoot.
Some of these sets for bears are long days. It's a price you pay to get a good bear. The elements, the mosquitoes, the rain, the heat, the conditions can change on a dime. The ability to stay focused over long hours of sitting and waiting. But when a bear appears from nowhere, it's exciting because you never hear them coming. It's that thrill of the hunt when they do appear. That's why I keep going back for more. The big bear didn't show up. We're wondering, did he move off? They might go to another bait. They might not eat for a day. So we're always hopeful. Now, Danny brings up the weather's changing. We're going to get a ton of rain and it's going to cool down a bit so the bears don't move around much. It doesn't look real promising. All we can do is move forward. We got a little bit of time left. We got to seize the moment. We see a good bear, we're going to have to bring him down. It was starting to get late. We could still see. A good bear comes in. Not the big bear, but a bear we had to take. I definitely wanted to go home with a good bear. We were going to lower our standards a little bit just to make sure we could get this thing done. We drew on this bear and I was holding it for over a minute. You got to be very cautious and patient for the perfect shot. The bear comes back out and turns around and we let her fly. I made a great shot on this bear. I was so stoked. It went about 20 yards. Piled up right in the brush. It was pouring down rain still. Chris and I went in there after dark.
We just hammered a really good bear. He drug himself over here to the woods, and I heard the death moan, so I'm sure he's there.
And the bear was right there. Chris is a great guide, third generation within the Dyer and Son operation. He's willing to work above and beyond, do whatever he needs to put you in a great position, constantly trying to strategize ways to make your hunt better. And when bears go down, he gets fired up. Really enjoy him as a friend.
I really appreciate it. You guys run a first-class operation and do things by the book.
We shot a really good bear. It all come together. You don't always get the exact one you want, but I was very happy with what we're going home with.
We've been in business for 63 years now. Lots of happy customers.
Here we are finishing up an incredible week in New Brunswick. I can't thank Chris and Danny enough for just an incredible experience.
Just compliments to Danny and Chris and the operation they put together. They know where to set these baits, they do their homework, they put the cameras out, they have it prepared for when you and I would show up. So it's a fun experience. I'll definitely be doing it again.
Dyer and Son Outfitters, black bear hunting at its prime. We enjoyed every minute of it and looking forward to the next trip already.
Armscore ammo. Right on target, right on the price. Scent crusher. Scent off. Game on. Raptor Razor takes field dressing to a whole new level. Visit RaptorRazor.com. Excalibur Crossbows, the most accurate hunting crossbow. ExcaliburCrossbow.com. Keystone Sporting Arms, home of the Cricket, Chipmunk, and the new 722.
Tree Stand Buddy, the quick attach slide mount system for hang-on tree stands.
Ripcord's new Ace Standard with the Firefall design. See the Ace difference. Hollywood Hunter is also brought to you by these fine sponsors. We're back at Frikkie the Toy Safaris, and this time, the Hollywood Hunter is after a beautiful African sable. The Excalibur crossbow is loaded, the excitement is high, and the hunt is on.
So here we are back in Africa. I am so excited. This is my 5th trip to Africa, 2nd time with Frikkie the Toy Safaris, and I'll tell you, these guys do it right.
My dad bought this farm down by Kruger, and I grew up basically between the two ranches. It was like a holiday ranch for us down in Kruger. We had buffaloes, we had elephants coming out of the park, we had everything down there, lions, leopards. It's just a passion to become a professional hunter and guide clients and put smiles on their faces.
It's gonna be a good time. Some of the best food we'll partake in, some of the best fellowship. It's just gonna be another great time. I think one of the most special parts of Frikkie is his ability to really bring us all in as family. Coming here again is incredibly special because we're not just going on safari, we're coming to meet up with dear friends. This safari is going to be amazing. Africa is incredibly special because there's so much variety of game you can hunt. So this is a very special hunt to me because I've never hunted sable before, and I think they're absolutely stunning. I've heard about many hunts with sable, and we're actually going to do it this trip with a crossbow. The African animals are relentless. They've been chased forever by predators. They're just tough to bring down no matter what the method. And going after sable, we know it's going to be somewhat of a challenge, and we just have to make some good shots. What I really enjoy with a crossbow or bow versus a rifle is you got to really close the distance. You have to be very careful when you place that shot. Well, good morning. What a beautiful day it is. We're going to sable country. Because these animals are very skittish. They'll jump the string. Bingo. They're gonna duck out of the way and be gone before the arrow gets there. So you have to learn to compensate. This hunt, I had to learn that firsthand. These things shoot so incredibly well. I'll tell you, once you shoot it once, you're hooked. Now we're off to the killing fields. Sable has been on the bucket list for years. It's one of the few plains game animals that I haven't had an opportunity to hunt yet. They're one of the most beautiful animals here in Africa, and we get to do it with our buddy Frikkie. We got the Excalibur crossbow. We took a really beautiful golden wildebeest the other day with it, and we're gonna put it to the test today. From the time we spotted the sable, game on. With the high grass, we were stalking through that, trying to get close enough to get a shot.
Just to watch him under pressure. You know, he takes his time, he stays calm. He'll get excited afterwards, but when it needs to be done, he gets it done.
Man, this is fun. Eventually, we persisted to a place where we got 60 yards. As it turned broadside, I threw up the crossbow, and as I shot, these animals are so quick. He ducked down, and my arrow hit high in the neck, and he spun around and took off. And I thought, you gotta be kidding me.
I hit way high.
It was a decent shot, but we knew we were gonna have to follow it up.
Let's see if we can find him.
We had looked for the arrow, couldn't find it. We were in hot pursuit trying to find him from there. Found the animal, got in on him. As we moved closer and closer, we were having trouble connecting that distance. We'd get 100 yards and all of a sudden it'd move off. And we'd get 80 yards and it'd move off. And we just came to a conclusion that we were gonna have to take whatever shot we could get. We find this sable in some brush. Got in close enough, 60 yards. We followed through, boom, made a great shot on him. It trotted off and then just laid down. Epic, epic scene that I'll remember forever. As we walked up on that animal, they were even more beautiful. One of the most spectacular animals in Africa. And that evening, we were really fortunate to be able to try some of the meat. And I'll tell you, that's about as good as it gets.
They leave us family. It's about all the people involved to help making this business of ours a success.
Closed captioning has been brought to you by Arms Corps Ammo.
So here we are with my incredible sable. I'll tell you, this is a dream come true. I can't thank Frikkie to Toit Safaris enough. We took the Excalibur out today, had a heck of a fun time. We got in on this sable, beautiful animal. What I think is so special about hunting different species is you always learn something. Frikkie to Toit Safaris is incredibly special because of the connections in which he's been able to build that allows us to have the variety of whatever we can dream, we can pretty much hunt. Can't thank Frikkie enough. Thank you, buddy.